my beautiful people, how are you doing? If you're new here, my name is AJ. I'm a plus size woman. I am Aboriginal. I am a single mother. I create content about my life and my story and my experiences, and I enjoy to do so. Now, if you saw the title of this video, we'll be talking about my breakup, and I really felt like I had to come and sit down and have a yarn with this community. I really felt like I had to come and share this update with you all. So I am gonna be talking about this very minimally. I'm gonna not be getting into any details. So if you're here for any of that, hit the road. I'm simply gonna talk about becoming single again, recognizing the importance of your happiness, and just giving you guys a little bit of an update. So many of you had in fact been asking for updates around my relationship. If I was on live, if I ever had any Q&As, you were always asking what's going on, how's the long distance relationship, how's it all going. You guys were just really invested in these updates. And I have taken nearly 2 months offline, guys. So I have not been creating content for nearly 2 months. I have not been doing a lot of stuff online for 2 months, or even socially, because I just really needed time to process. I really needed time to focus on healing, and I am still healing, guys, right now. This relationship is one that meant a whole lot to me. Many of you know that we traveled to India together. I met his family and lived over there for 3 months. But on my return back to Australia, and even during our time of living together over there, you know, we were really identifying that our understandings of a family unit were very different. Our ambitions or our goals in life were very different. And I think as well, really recognizing that your happiness is so important was something that we both identified. Now also, guys, I have a daughter from another relationship. So my partner at the time obviously was aware of this, and I've known him even before I became a mother. So another big element in this breakup or this decision was to really think about my daughter in this. When you're dating and you have kids, they have to be priority. You know, their needs matter, how they feel, what their experience is just as important. And I always told myself that I want my daughter to see me happy. I want my daughter to see me in a relationship that she can model off. I want my daughter to see healthy relationships, and I want her to not be surrounded by, you know, the difficulties that often come in relationships or marriages. And I just didn't want that for her, and that was one of the reasons why I left my relationship with her father, was to make sure that Emily, my daughter, was happy, was in a happy home, and importantly saw a healthy and happy representation of a relationship. Now, as I mentioned, I'm not going to get into details, but I am single now. I am back to what I had known for so long, but it is still so hard to adjust. It is still so hard to grieve the loss of the relationship. It is so hard to process it. I had a lot of hopes, as did my partner at the time. This breakup was something that we both believed was best. There's been a lot of anger, there's been a lot of frustration on my behalf, but that is the reality of relationships breaking down. You don't always, you know, get the happy ending or get what you feel like you deserve. And I've just made that decision that in my life I want to be happy, and I've talked about it online as well. I am 31 now. I just turned 31 last week, and I spent so much of my 20s unhappy, so much of my 20s in a sense of uncertainty, so much trauma, so much struggle, so much loss, so much sorrow. I want my 30s to be full of happiness. I want my 30s to be full of joy. I want to be happy. I want to have a life where I wake up in the morning and I just have such a sense of calm and peace. And the older that I've become, the more that I crave that above all. And if someone in your life, be it a relationship, a friendship, or even a family member, is impacting you and your capacity to be happy, you really need to think about, is that what you want in your life. And it really sucks because I had created content before, guys, where I was talking about dating to marry. I was only dating for marriage, for the purpose of marriage. And that is something that my partner wanted as well at the time. That was something that we agreed on, was us both wanting to go down that path and that journey. And it is really bittersweet when you think you'd be planning a wedding, or you think you would be planning becoming a wife, and that is not the reality. You are back to being single. I am back to being alone again in a lot of sense, emotionally, spiritually, and rethinking about what I want my future to be, rethinking about my goals. Now, also, a lot of people that are going to hear this news may well think, knew it wasn't going to last. Another failed one. I have been in 2 relationships in my entire life, guys. 2. And I am very particular about relationships. I'm very particular about who I let in my life, and these 2 relationships I've had have taught me so much. And I still think there is so much shame around failed relationships. I think that women are still made to feel like we're the ones that are wrong, we have the issue, you know, we're the losers in this scenario, when in reality, either or in particular, women choosing happiness, women choosing to walk away from something because they want to be happy, that should be something that is celebrated. And I think that's what inspired me to jump on here and create this video, because I want other people out there to know that you are not a failure because a relationship is. There's so many people on social media now that have these fronts of having happy, wonderful, magical relationships. People out here that have entire marriages and they're built on lies. People do it with large social media accounts, or maybe just even, you know, your friends or family. But I just do not want to participate in that. I don't want to have a marriage or a relationship where I'm in it for the face or for the sake of having one, but in reality I'm so unhappy and I'm so sad. And so many women here on social media reach out to me where they feel like they're in marriages but they're ultimately single mothers. They feel like they're in marriages but they're just so sad. There's so much suffering in their lives. They're not able to leave for so many reasons. And I have that privilege where I get to leave. I have that privilege where I'm able to decide that this is not what I want in my life, and I'm proud of that. And that was again an inspiration for me to come and sit down and create this video. But also, guys, I don't want to romanticize it, and if you're hearing noises in the background, some boys are playing soccer near my window, but I'm determined to get this video done. So as I mentioned, I want to be honest, I want to be transparent, I want to share on my journey. I might do more videos like talking about how I'm coping with my heartbreak, how I'm coping with this huge and massive loss. But most importantly, guys, I wanted to sit down and make the announcement, but also recognize the ways that people view ends of relationships and the ways that I do not view them. I'm sad, I'm hurt, I am grieving this relationship and life that I thought I would have. But I'm equally excited for this new beginning. I'm equally excited to get back to what I was focusing on, my daughter and I, get back to my goals, myself, like putting on makeup, organizing my closet, making content, you know, going out to lunch, all these little things that bring me joy, spending time with people again. I'm looking forward to loving and nourishing myself, when for so long I was just focused on loving and nourishing someone else. I was neglecting myself, my own happiness, my own self-care, and now it's my time to do that. And there should never be a moment of shame when someone walks away from a situation that they did not feel happy in. They did not feel like they wanted to continue in that. They felt like it was the best decision to walk away, and that should be celebrated. And I'm proud that I've made that decision for myself and ultimately my daughter, and I'm so excited to see what the path holds before us. I do not want to give up on love. I am a little bit off it for right now. I definitely am going to give myself over 12 months to heal. I definitely need to take time out to heal and really focus on myself, but I still have hope for love. I still have hope in finding that person, and I think most importantly right now I need to get back to my goals and myself. So there's my update, guys. I love and adore you. If anyone has felt like this story has resonated with them, let me know in the comments. If you have any tips or tricks on how to get through a breakup, give them to me down below. Or if you have your own story with heartache and you want to share a little bit with me, I would love to hear it. I love and adore you all, and like I said, maybe in my next video I'll share with you some of the tips I'm doing. Maybe the next video I'll talk to you about like the grief stages that I'm going through with my relationship, and also the realization that you literally all sets in, that you're back to being single, back to kind of being alone. If you want me to talk more about that, let me know in the comments below. But as always, I love and adore you guys, and I'll check in with you soon. Bye.